soybean farmer wanted me to tell him a little bit about this tractor. That is a John Deere 2955 high clearance. It has 13.9 38s on the front and 13.9 46 Canaan Rice tires on the back. It's four-wheel drive, has a 359 cubic inch naturally aspirated engine, making about 95 horsepower. Now that same engine comes in a 9930 cotton picker, turbocharged, making 120 horsepower. It has a 12-speed TSS transmission with 4 reverses. It also has a creeper gear, which comes in handy for transplanting. And that who basically owned it was a vegetable farmer. So it has 3 remotes. A 1000 or 540 PTO. It also has a hydraulic return line on it, so you can run a hydraulic motor with it. Because this model tractor, if you don't have that return line going back to the filter housing, it has a tendency to want to starve the main hydraulic pump up in the front, which could create problems. We've had this tractor about 4 years. I had to put a starter on it because the bushing in the middle of the starter wore out, and I tore it apart and replaced the bushing, and it didn't last very long, so my son said he'd just go ahead and buy another starter. So he bought another starter, but he got a gear-driven starter, and we put it on. I have had to change the alternator. You notice that it's got a one-wire alternator. That's about the only thing I use is one-wire alternators, because that simplifies the installation. It leaks in a few places. One of the main ones is the top seal on the transmission. If you back up in high range, it will leak oil. But as long as you back up in low range, it won't leak. Now going forward, it doesn't leak at all. So that's just one of the idiosyncrasies of it. I've changed all the filters on it, serviced it, and we use it on our van sprayer, which is down at the barn. It's a 300-gallon sprayer with 60-foot booms, and the nice thing about that spraying rig is you can pretty much go in wet land with it. It will cut some ruts, but it doesn't cut as bad a ruts as you would think. I have seen this tractor go through a wet place in the field where it had mud, and the mud would actually fill the trench up behind the tire after it went through it. You'd see the mud rolling in behind the tire. So if you really want to check out it in action, you can type in John Deere 2955 spraying peanuts, and it'll come up a video that was recorded by a friend of ours and put on YouTube, and it'll show you this old tractor in action. It'll also show you what kind of job the sprayer's doing. Now we can't have it decide whether we want to put a steel canopy back on it or put the fiberglass canopy back that it come with, because time has took a toll on tree limbs and stuff like that. It's took a toll on the old canopy. But from the looks of it, it looks like a trashy old tractor. But guess what? It works. So I hope that helps you out a little bit there, soybean farmer. If you need to know anything else, give me a holler, Bubba. Thanks for watching.